This deck 5-0'd a recent Standard League event, running 4 copies of Blue Sun's Twilight. Pay X blue and a blue for a sorcery spell. Gain control of target creature with mana value X or less. If X is 5 or more, create a token that's a copy of that creature. So X equals 3 for 5 mana, I think is a little underwhelming. Like, you pay X equals 3, you take their 3 mana Screaming Nemesis, it feels like a little bit too little too late versus aggressive decks. On the other hand, if they're running Oculus and you pay X equals 3, you're paying 5 mana to take their Oculus. That seems decent. At X equals 4, I think you get some really good picks, like any mono black 4 mana demon is now up for, pickings. That's 6 mana to steal their demon. That's not so bad. You could also take a Beza, which is interesting. I think that's mostly what we're looking at for creatures at X equals 4. And then, of course, X equals 5 lets you take all 5 drops, plus no matter what your copy, whether it's 3, 4, or 5, you are getting a copy of it. So at X equals 5 for 7 mana total, you could take their Oculus and make a copy of it. You could take their 4 mana demon and make a copy of it. You could take their Beza and make a copy, and it's legendary, so it dies, but you do get the trigger on the ETB, so that's interesting. And then, of course, you can get some 5 drops, like you could take their Shiko, it's legendary, you get the copy of it, and then you get like the stock up for free out of the graveyard, and then the legendary copy dies. So it's pretty interesting to main deck a 7-drop, basically, in your standard deck, but this person did it. We do have some ramp to help facilitate this. There's some Llanowar elves in there, which is maybe okay, but I think the Free Strider lookout is really where you're looking to be. Whenever you commit a crime, look at top 5, put a land onto the battlefield. So if we get this guy down and he sticks, and we start bouncing stuff with this town, or bouncing stuff with bounce off, or targeting things with the Drowner, or counter spells, or whatever, we can start to get a lot of lands onto the battlefield and try to set up for a big Blue Sun's Twilight. Other than that, like, there really aren't too many win cons. If Twilight can't carry us through, then, like, multiple talents can hopefully get us there. The creature lands, I think, are going to be a big part of the win con. It's a 5/5 trampler, and it can turn your talents or other creatures from 1/1s into 3/3 prowesses, so that's not so bad. And then that's kind of it. Like, there is a little bit of tempo. We could attack the opponent with a Drowner or a Lookout, maybe. There's no real removal spell. Like, we could bounce stuff with this town and bounce off, but that's it. We do have some Spell Pierce in there. We have a single piece of Graveyard Hate in Heritage Reclamation. Could kill an artifact like a Steel Cutter. Could kill an enchantment like a Zur enchantment. But it does have exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard at instant speed and draw a card. So if we're against Omniscience, we have to draw into this and then loop it with the talent if we want to keep running that through. So it feels like removal and interaction is kind of slim pickings. And we have this weird 7-drop in here that's supposed to win us the game, kind of. So, yeah, we're going to play it live with no cuts or edits, and we'll see how it goes. I do think the sideboard's kind of interesting. Like, if we run up against a control deck with no creatures, we probably take all these out, and we just sub in 3 copies of Jace and 1 copy of the Returning Monument, and just completely flip it on its head and run a mill deck instead. Yeah, let's do it. Let's run it down. Dude went 5-0. We got to give it a go. The Blue Sun's Twilight in ranked standard. And we'll go ahead and pop into best of 3. For this, wish me luck. Whew. I think we're in top 200-ish Mythic these days. I don't think I decayed too much overnight. Sweet. Okay. I'm excited. This deck, this happened a couple weeks ago, and I've been waiting for a shot to play this. I think it was May 1st. I think they 5-0'd it. So it's been on my mind. The Mighty Turgoth. I'm wondering if the matchmaker's throwing us a bone here. Okay. Sure, I mean, we can ramp right into stock up, which is interesting. A lot of pain land damage. Don't think you mulligan this. We're off to the races. Let's do this thing. Targoth with some good sleeves here. Certainly intimidating. I feel like she looks badass up to the head, and then something about this little hair and face, her hair and face don't scream badass anymore. Something just falling a little bit short there. In the meantime, Matreze EP says, nice video, Ruckus. By the way, gotta love online names. Tomorrow, quote unquote, tomorrow I'm doing a video with the Turd Gobbler, which is today. Today at 2 p.m. We're running it down. That's a nice draw for us. One is on mono whites. I have 3 of the, we're gonna do, the plan is to do 5 games, all best of 1. All unique decks with a ban list to make things interesting. So no Rage, no Heartfire Hero, no Manifold Mouse, no Steel Cutter. Hold on, let me think for a second. I think we're just going right into stock up here. So they're going to be like Mono White Ugin or something, right? Which I think means Twilight is useless. So... I mean, we could just run out the Drowner. The thing is, what does stock up really get us? Like, it could get us a Spell Pierce. Or Beanstalk. Yeah, it's probably still worth stocking up here, I think. Can't really turn down double Beanstalk. We don't need any more land, so... We'll see how we fare against Ugin, but... If we get Beanstalk and we balance stuff and we're annoying, maybe we can get there. Yeah, it's none of the mono red stuff. No Fling. I hope I banned, what's that card called? The Callous Sellsword? If I didn't mean to. If I didn't do it, I meant to. I think I... No Shelter by Ghosts, and then no free draw engines, no Beanstalk. Yeah, I think it's just double Beanstalk here. Let's start with this. Cool, this comes in on blue, but I guess it doesn't matter yet. We do need to find a way to win. Like, I think their top end Ugin is going to be more powerful than our stuff, and we're going to have no Blue Sun's Twilight. Okay, next land, sure. No free draw engines, so no Up the Beanstalk, no Unholy Annex, no Caretaker's Talent, and then, I don't remember what else we banned. Just, like, have fun. Let's not, you know, I think I said Steel Cutter's fine, but not in Izzet. Like, you could run a Boros Steel Cutter or something, like with PNLR or whatever. Let's try not to play discard, like Pixie discard or whatever. It was, like, kind of, more casual rules with that. I mean, he's on board. Like, we know we're doing this for fun. When do you commit a crime? I think that's all we're slamming here. And hope he survives. We have no way to protect it, sadly. I thought he flashed in the Drowner. I mean, I think the Vinestalk is the way to win. Enters tapped, okay. I feel like this thing's gonna die. We could run this town on the Beanstalk. Balance both, get both triggers, replay them. Yeah, so I've got 3 of the decks in mind. I still need to pick 2 more that I think will be fun, but it should be a good time. Main phase Ride's End. No room for Spell Pierce. Are you good? Artifact, Enchantment, Graveyard. We could kill the next Maze Mind Tome with this, maybe. Start attacking with the Beanstalk. None of this is particularly... that's 5 mana, actually. We can't even do that. I guess we just flash in the Drowner here, and if we really want, we could this town the Beanstalks, just to get double draws. Just maybe worth it. Or we could cycle the Heritage Reclamation or something. I mean, we could deny them a single card here. I think that's okay. They got the Scry, though. Oh, they get their Scry response anyway. We don't even get the card. Yeah, we'll just flash in the Drowner, I guess. And then maybe this town both Beanstalks. Demolition Field is an issue for us. We actually need the Vinestalks to win, probably. Okay, they're under us in cards currently. But even if we play the Drowner, they still will be, and if we this town, they also still will be. So I think you just let them have it here and tap it down. Yeah. Okay. I think it's at least you. And then I think we this down both Beanstalks and just replay them. Bouncing the bays is not so inspiring, I would say. We might get lost one of these, but I don't really see what else we can do here. We could take the Beza. 3, 4, 5. Just to have it. I don't have to do that yet, but it is an option here. We have a long way to go. They also can Ugin next turn, which is not great. But I think we're planning to take the Beza next turn, basically. I hope that's enough to do something. Next game, I think we're going full on mill. I think we're going to Beanstalk, hold open a Drowner. Tap target creature. You have to tap it. That's too bad. I don't think I'm going to play another creature. Still, I think Double Beanstalk's better than anything else we could be doing. Okay. Hold on to the Drowner, I think. That's fine. We could... Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Let it go. How do we beat Ugin? Discard a land here. Maybe making a copy of Beza really isn't that inspiring, though. So here's the Ugin. We could this town bounce you. The question is, how do we actually kill this thing? We have no counterspell. We're not going to be able to draw into a Spell Pierce. What do we need to draw? So we can attack with the Vinestalk for 5, 6, 7, 8. Which means we're just going to flash in the Drowner, I think, to put on pressure. Let's see. The plus? I know it's my go. I think you let this go... I think we're hoping to flash in the Drowner and level up the Vinestalk and attack it down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'd be 10 damage. Let's see if they... Yeah, okay. Sure. Okay. So now we have to Drowner here, I believe. And I think this has to happen next. Hopefully Auto Tapper is kind to us. I think it will be. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. Okay, so all of them have to go. One of these becomes a 3/3. It's overkill by 1. Alright, the first Ugin is down. We keep the creature land. I bet some Day of Judgment's coming. We have 38 cards left, which is still a lot. Day of Judgment is rough because they hold open Demolition Field too, so we can't even get him with the Vinestalk. Go for this now. Okay. We could this town a Beanstalk right here, just to get the draw. To what end? I mean, how do we really win this game? A bunch of Storm Chaser talents, loops? Level the talent up to max, they're all to get lost, I guess is a way to win. Bounce to the Drowner isn't awful. I think we'll attempt this while we have the mana. We do get a Beanstalk draw no matter what. We'll see if they get lost the Beanstalk. If they get lost all of our Beanstalks, and we can level up all of the talents, maybe that's a way to win. But this is not the right matchup for the Twilight. I mean, they're not going to be any creatures. I think the talent is good here. Let's see if they go to get lost the Beanstalk. They don't. Too bad the copy is not non-legendary. Okay, do nothing. I mean, they just want to kill the Vinestalk here, so that's not what we're doing. Can begin with the Beanstalk and then probably get the first talent down. Talent is awkward to get lost because if we put it on the stack, it never becomes level 2, so we actually don't get the trigger. Bounce off is interesting. I don't know what for in this matchup, though. Okay, I mean, we're kind of just playing into a sweeper here. There's not a whole lot we can do. Play this, play the talent. Hold open 2 mana either to cycle the Reclamation or maybe bounce off and save the Lookout or something. Flash in the Drowner. That's all we got, though. Opponent's at 27. 34 cards left. Yeah, they kill the Vinestalk. I don't think there's much incentive for this. We're not going to flash in the Drowner now anyway. Okay, 2 Demolition Fields down. We still have 1 more Vinestalk in the deck. It's the next Ugin. They're killing a talent. Exile. Sure, we can't get that back. Bounce creature or vehicle. Yeah, it's okay.
Power belongs to the patient. If my intervention is required, then so be it.
Okay. They exile another card, unfortunately. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cast 2 spells here. I think it's just the Drowner this turn. I don't think we can safely Heritage Reclamation. I think just let this go. If we had 1 more spell for sure, we could guarantee the 1/1 to kill the Ugin. Oh, we're gonna tap down the Beza though. That sucks. That's unfortunate. Okay, I guess we'll do this while we have it. Sure. Target the opponent, get the free try to Lookout, trigger. Sure, we only have 1 basic left though.
Preparation yields success.
That is also unfortunate because if we take it, we can't even attack with it. Okay, all this sucks because if we take the creature, they just sweep anyway. We don't have a hard counter for it. We do have 1 basic left, I think. 1 forest, okay. No way to manipulate the top of the deck, so we can just get this guy now. I think we start with a Beanstalk. This is a tough game 1 for us, though. I'm just not really sure we have the tools to get there without the mill plan. We could be okay in games 2 and 3, though. Spell Pierce might have been nice way earlier in the game. Even if we Twilight, there's not really a big incentive to do it. So we can pay X equals 4 here. Have 1 mana left open for Spell Pierce. To do what? I don't know. We at least get to draw. Making a copy is not helpful unless you really want the life, which I don't think we care about. Double Beanstalk draws, hold open a single Spell Pierce. Double Spell Pierce could be interesting if we had the mana for it. But we do not. Not the way I tapped it. Hey, okay.
Cannot pierce my scales.
Sure. There is the sweeper. Can't counter it. We could bounce off and save the Drowner, which I think is basically worth it. We just don't have that many threats in general, right? We don't have that many win cons. Exile a Beanstalk. Okay. I am thinking about scooping soon. We just don't have that much ability to attack them down from here, you know? Have enough mana for all the spell pierces, so this can come down. And then we're close to out of gas. I think we'll scoop soon. Opponent has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards on hand. We take the last Beanstalk, presumably, here.
Power belongs.
We only have 7 damage to attack with the Drowners. Assuming they don't kill any of them here, which is unlikely. Now they have Fountain Port 2. They can just make some blockers. Okay, I think we'll scoop on this next draw step. I don't think we can really get them from here. Yeah, since we're drawing them too, it's not even like we can wait for them to deck themselves. That is also a decent card. We only play it for 4, though. I wonder what's up with that. I guess they have the next Day of Judgment in hand. I think that's about wrapped up here. Plus, again, they can block with the Fountain Port. We'll take the next trigger. We can't double Spell Pierce even. Actually, there's only once per turn anyway. Okay. And I think there just really isn't a way for us to win with the configuration we have. Yeah, lay on top. We're about done. This can make, you know, the Drowner survive the Fountain Port block. If it becomes a 3-2. That just doesn't help us in this matchup, right? So we'll take one more look, and then I think we'll scoop. I just don't really think we can get... They only have 3 cards left in hand. Mistmore's double archive can just be sacked to draw 2 cards. We hit more land. I think we're good to go. I think we're good to go. We could stick around. I don't think it's worth our time. We can take a quick look to the graveyard. But basically we're going into full mill plan here. And make him deal with it. Okay. 2 mana spells to counter. So Monument for sure. Jace for sure. Probably not Aetherize. Creature with flying. Enchantment. Randomly draw a card could actually be useful. Ghost Vacuum could be a weird win con for us. I don't think that's the path, though. I think kind of every counterspell is going to be useful. Counterspell 2 or less. So we could take their Maze Mind Tome and get lost. And get lost might be relevant to protect Jace. Otherwise, kind of useless. We'll see. These guys might have to come in just because I don't know what else to put in here. Twilight obviously comes out. His artifact removal could help, actually. This one probably isn't necessary out of all the things we could run. Bounce off to protect a creature probably is not necessary. The elf is weird. I mean, we ramp into Jace earlier. Maybe we can protect it with change the equation. The Drowner can at least take a little bit of pressure off. The thing is, we're going to have to deal with the Mistmores. He's just going to attack us down with Mistmores, too. We might even take out the Ugins against counterspells. Aetherize is interesting, but they get all the ETBs again, which is not so great. Okay, so who else is getting cut here is the question. I kind of think the elves. We run 24 land anyway. Do we really need to ramp? And they're just going to get swept up. The best thing you can do is ramp into stock up and like Jace early. I kind of think it's the elf here. I just don't think that does enough. I don't think anything else is really worth putting in. Okay, well, we'll run it back. I mean, it's a really bad matchup game 1 because Twilight does nothing. And the mill package should do great if we can survive a Beza and a Miss Moore is kind of just trying to beat us over the head here. We'll be on the play. It's a 2-lander with Up the Beanstalk. I'm down for that. Let's keep it. Double Jace also is, you know, eventually what we want anyway. Might just slam it on 4. -5. Get to work. Comes in on blue. Huh. I guess for the talent. Alright. Well, I think we just slam Beanstalk here. I don't think we need to hold open 2 mana for the draw spell. Alright. No 3rd land yet. See if they get lost immediately. Exercise. Okay, Beanstalk down. 3rd land is nice. How good is slamming Jace here just to minus? They have no pressure for it. I don't think it's that bad. Otherwise, we can try to protect. What's their 3-drop going to be? They don't have any impressive 3-drops. So I don't think this is the big turn to protect. The only thing you could do is protect the Jace, but I think we'll go for one of them here. Ghost Vacuum can keep their graveyard clean, so we might never get a big -3 draw through. Okay. To 16. Turn 3, look at the graveyard. Do nothing. That's great. Now we have Spell Pierce and change the equation open. That's pretty big, actually. I think that's quite good. Change the equation and counter the get lost. We have enough mana to hold everything open here. Maybe we just get him with prowess. Okay, swing for 2, double counter spells open. Plus this town. We can actually protect the Jace in all sorts of ways. In fact, maybe even using this town on Jace is one of the best things we can do. Replay it for 4, get it kind of load it back up. We'll see. Ideally, we get one more use out of the Jace, I guess, before we bounce it. I don't even know if we counter the Day of Judgment. Like, do we care? 4, 5, 6. Next turn, you don't have to counter this. You could just let it go. It helps them get Day of Judgment through. They can't Ugin next turn through Spell Pierce. How good is the ramp for them? You might just make them earn 9 mana. Probably if they have 2 of these, it's a little bit better. Okay, we'll fire it off now. Tough to say. Plus they get tapped this turn and like Maze Mind Tome. We have to counter that too. This town, I don't think it's time for you yet. It's not a bad draw. We'll plus again here, I think. And try to get one more minus out of them. And then this town it. I don't think we're in a terrible place this game. Much better than the first game for sure. We have an awkward amount of pressure. Plus we're doing the Jace thing. Okay. We're almost just pushing lethal off the prowess triggers. Let's see if they keep our graveyard clean. Yeah, they take that, sure. Alright, so we don't have anything for this. So this goes. think we're saving this time. We're going to minus the Jace again here. 46 cards. And then plan to bounce it. Question is, do we bounce it preemptively, or do we wait for the get lost to bounce it? I don't think we need to bounce talents here. Showing up. Okay. Let's take one more draw.
I will clear your mind.
What do you make of that? I think we bounce the Jace now, actually. I don't think we want to be put in a position where they do nothing, and we bounce it in a response they get lost. That doesn't seem like a good outcome for us. Not so worried about Spell Pierce. Let's get this guy down. I don't think we need 6 mana next turn. We'll keep the weird pressure train going. Okay. 6 mana. Maze Mind Tome. We can't protect the Jace. They have 8 cards down there. We could have Spell Pierce if we tap the Elf. I don't think we play around that. I think we just take either a big minus 15. This might be the minus 15 turn. I think it probably is. Set up for a Jace, draw 3 next turn. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Minus 4 would be 12 cards. That would get them to 20. We would keep the Jace in case they had nothing. Then we could discount it again if we really wanted to. It's not a big difference. Maybe that's okay, actually. 20 more cards in it. Vacuum their turn to 19. Vacuum our turn to 18. We still get there. Maybe just try to keep it around. That's like equals 4.
I will shatter your mind.
They could Fountain Port and try to attack it down here. Nope. Well, that's no longer happening. They go to 19. It's okay. They might sack the Ghost Vacuum and make a bunch of creatures. That'd be interesting. 28 cards left, though. They're close to dead. Alright, there's the Ugin finally. I guess they take the Jace, sadly.
There is clarity, the wise. Heed my advice.
I think we Jace and minus 3 and then bounce it and run it back next turn. Or just Jace and minus 4, right? They can't counter it. Minus 4 is 12, which drops into 15, right? So that's the way to do it. We just need blue open, which we have.
Phyrexia showed me the truth. Flesh will always
Minus 4.
all your hopes
Then we discount while they're tapped out.
are for nothing.
And they can't counter it, so that'll be game. They have exactly 15 left. Alright, so we go to game 3. They know about our deck now, and now we know that they run Exercise too, which is interesting. Maybe we'll be a bit more careful deploying Beanstalk. I don't think really anything changes, though. Like, I think this is the deck, this is the plan. Bounce off? No. Aetherize? No. No, this is it. I think these are all the best cards we can run. Okay, let's run it back. Game 3. They know about the mill plan. They have Exercise and Get Lost. That's interesting. We're on the draw. We can go Elf into stock up, which I think is decent. They shouldn't have that much creature removal, right? It's not relevant. Cool. Yeah, we'll try turn 1 elf, turn 2 stock up. I don't know if they'll kill it immediately or not. I'm gonna say likely not. Ho! Get fucked. Okay. we still have the River Churn Monument, but boy, does that make this harder. Oh gosh. Alright. There's nothing we can do about that. They name Jace next turn, and then we have to win off the monument alone. And there's nothing we can do about that, right? Fuck. Okay, the turn 2 Stonebrain. Ooh, wait, do they take it out of our hand too? They probably do, right? Graveyard, hand, and library up to 4 cards that name and exile them. We do draw a card for each one taken this way. So we take both Jaces. We immediately exchange them to draw 2 more cards. Whereas, do we even want to change the equation in the hand? Probably not so much. Right, we draw the cards, right? That player draws a card for each card exiled from their hand. Yeah, I mean, I think it's got to be this. They'll take both. I mean, they could try to take the monument here if they wanted, but this doesn't make any sense. Leave them with change the equation. We might need to change the equation for the next Stonebrain, though. Maybe we'll take one of these. Whew! Nasty. You nasty little Turgoth. Alright, immediately tap the Stonebrain. Okay, so now the question is, can we win via pressure? Which is also an option. We could run Storm Chaser's Talon and, you know, loop it and try to win that way, but... There goes all 3 Jaces for sure. Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye, friend. So we can Talent and Lookout here. And I think just try to win via pressure now before the Day of Judgment. Hope to draw into a Spell Pierce for the Day of Judgment turn off like the Stock Up or something. And then Monument is now our backup plan. He's taking a good look. He gave me multiple year goes. I could give it to him back, but I don't feel the need to. We'll read some comments instead. Oh, they did it. All right. All the Jaces are gone. Goodbye, friend. We do draw a fresh card. It's another land, sadly. I was hoping for a more impactful spell. 3rd land. So they could Day of Judgment as soon as next turn. I don't know that we necessarily play around that. It's pretty debilitating, although we do have the next stock up. I think we are just going to go for it here. Here's Talent. If we don't want to overcommit, we could stock up instead this turn. It's probably worth it because we can protect it starting next turn. How good is the Spell Pierce? Double Beanstalk is really hard to turn down, right? Spell Pierce is nice, but we already have this town to protect at least one of the Beanstalks. I think you take both Beanstalks. Let's see if they Stonebrain again. Archive. Alright, anything else? Nope, that's it for turn. Okay, so they could Ugin as soon as next turn. There's nothing we can do about that unless we do in fact draw into the Spell Pierce, which we don't have down there. So let's start drawing, I guess. Red or green knight? Yeah. I think we should hold open the Spell Pierce and threaten it. Which means we just casually leave open blue, right? We still have an island left in here. I think I want to intentionally show them the blue, is what I want. I want them to know that we have blue. I want them to know that they shouldn't play Ugin. You should not play Ugin into the Spell Pierce. And I'm going to very carefully manually tap here to play a Beanstalk. And leave open Spell Pierce. Do not play Ugin, is what I'm trying to say. Don't do it. You're a fool to. Do not slam Ugin into my 1-mana Spell Pierce. Don't do it. Alright. Dead. I should have held full control beforehand. Now he knows. Well, nowhere to go but up. Play this, play land, hold this town. So we can attack with the elf this turn, I guess. We could take the opportunity to get back a stock up, but I don't think that's what we're going to do just yet. With Beanstalk, we have plenty of draw power, right? So they could make a fish and block our freaking thing. That'd be all their mana for turn. If we don't do it, they make a fish anyway. 4-5. I don't think I want to trade it with a fish. It does give him a draw, though. That's kind of annoying. We could bounce the fish, but I think we need to bounce the target of the Ugin exile. Do nothing. Did not even make a fish or a treasure, which seems like a strict mistake. Right, they had plenty of mana there. Do nothing again. Interesting. Alright, let's keep putting on pressure then. How good is the this town loop? It's hardened to get lost. That does put on pressure. I don't hate what I'm seeing here. We can play the lookout before combat in case they have some interaction. Okay. They didn't make a fish last turn, which is weird. I still don't think we're throwing away the elf per se. I think they're kind of out of gas. I think they just have like land in hand. Let's hold open both the Drowner and this town. Let's not level up the Storm Chaser's talent. I don't think we need the stock up really with double Beanstalk still. Manual taps on whites. Leave open demolition fields. Try to take out our basics. Okay, that's okay. I think we have more left. Just force. Alright, let me. Still, I didn't use it on the creature land, so the triple creature lands are still a way to win here. Alright, draw 2. Okay. Just waiting for the next Day of Judgment. Or the Ugin turn. Mazemind Tome. We get a lot of pressure here. Beza. Okay. We can tap that down easily. They're going to get the cards and the creatures and the life. There's nothing we can do about that. Unless we really want to bounce our own creatures, which is not what we're doing here, so... They do get all the things. We could use this town to bounce both fishes, swing for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. It's interesting. It's definitely you to start. Double triggers. Land. Creature land is huge, actually. We could this town one of the blockers. Let's see, 5 with trample. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage. Drop him to 2 here. If we could kill both fish, which is possible, actually. Maybe we go ahead and take the double draws here. See what else we can get. Maybe we get like a bounce off or something. Another double Beanstalk draws. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Again, we dropped them to 2 here. I think it's probably worth it. Three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to play one more land here. Play the talent, bounce it for 2, level up the Vinestock. Two, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Okay, lookout triggers, beanstalk triggers. Next creature land is huge. Could potentially present lethal. Build passage I think is useless at this point, maybe. Also, we want to leave a basic in there in case, is demolition field? No, they're not. Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much, I don't think. Let's get it. Double draw. The last Vinestalk is massive, I think. Okay. Then we just level up the Vinestalk here. Drop them to 2. Okay. They can't get the life of the Maze Mind Tome. They need another Beza here. Could we double Vinestalk? That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last basic is in hand. We fucked ourselves. Oh, if we had... Oh, we get him. Damn. I think if we hadn't taken the passage... We drew into the forest, so the passage is useless. Okay. Geez, well, we're almost done with the video. It's 46 minutes. I don't think we're gonna run back the next one. I think we'll cut it here short, I guess, because I don't think we need to do a whole nother best of 3 with this, but that was quite interesting. Yeah, the Twilight obviously did not shine, because surprise, surprise, they didn't have any creatures for us. But certainly a cool build. Someone went 5-0 with this. You could see how subbing in the mill package could be really good. Certainly in game 2, I don't know if they expected it or not. Maybe in best of 3 you always expect that. I don't know if they sideboarded in Stonebraid or not for game 2. Yeah, it was weird. We were able to attack from all angles. We had the creature lands, we had the random, pressure we could put on via the creatures, and still have the mill plan as a win con. Plus, the lookout was cool. The lookout got us enough lands to kind of consistently fire off the Vinestalk level up, plus some other stuff. So it was interesting for sure. I don't know if I'd throw all my wild cards into this and try to rank up with it, but I'm glad we gave it a shot here today. If you enjoyed today's video, you can like, subscribe, leave a comment. You can join memberships. I'm going to be filming the video with the Turd Gobbler in a couple hours today, which I'm excited for. And then, yeah, we'll keep things going. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.